January. The snow has been falling for 3 weeks, but it surprises no one anymore. I sit at my desk on 86th Street, drinking coffee and reading the paper. A normal morning for a retired NYPD detective. 4 months until retirement. Page 3. A small obituary. The editors thought one column was enough. The man known as Lucky died January 26, 1962, at Naples Airport. Heart attack. He was 64. I finished reading. I set the paper down. I stand up, walk to the hallway closet, and pull out a folder. Cardboard. Battered. Held by a rubber band. With a title in my handwriting. From 1924. 42 years. I carried this folder through 7 apartments, 2 divorces, and 1 heart attack. It survived every one. He died in an airport, waiting for a Hollywood producer. He wanted to write his own ending. He didn't have time. None of us do. Lower East Side, 1906. If you want to understand him, start here. From these streets, the smell of fish and coal. Here there was no dream, only survival. He arrived from Sicily on a steamboat in April 1906. He was 9 years old. His father was a sulfur miner. He left behind a town with nothing but dust and hopelessness. 5 people in 2 rooms on Eldridge Street. Father worked in a factory. Mother washed clothes. He went to public school and hated every minute. Not because he was stupid. He was smarter than the teachers, and everyone knew it. But the streets offered a different education. Gangs. Italian kids controlled one block, Jewish kids the next. Not out of hate, but logic. The block gave work and rules. He started small, protecting kids on their way to school for a penny. If you didn't pay, you got hit. Simple economics. He was 11. That's when he met a small, sharp Jewish boy, quiet as a wall. They should have been enemies. Instead, they became friends. Business was business. Then came a third boy, hot-headed and brave to the point of idiocy. One calculated, one planned, one acted. 3 boys from different shores of the same poverty. He quit school at 14, worked as a courier in a hat factory, $5 a week. He realized quickly, $5 a week isn't a life. It's a slow death with a paycheck. 1916. He was 19 when he was caught selling heroin. 6 months in a reformatory. His mother cried, but he sat straight and looked the judge in the eye without fear. Prison is the best business school in New York. He met the network that would last 40 years. He came out in 1917, organized. He realized petty drugs were the bottom. He started looking higher. 1920, Congress passed prohibition. For most, a tragedy. For him, a business plan. The system works for those who build it. He decided to build his own.
I started tracking them in 1924. I was 24, my second year in the squad. Detective Connor showed me the file. This is Lucania. Smart. Remember the face. I remembered. Prohibition made New York a gold mine for those not afraid to work outside the law. The ban didn't kill demand. It killed legal supply. Entrepreneurs emerged. Lucania was one of the best. By 1922, he worked for Giuseppe Masseria. Masseria was an old-school boss. Rough, greedy, suspicious of outsiders. He held Lower Manhattan with an iron fist. Didn't see why anything should change. Lucania understood. He saw what Masseria did not. The future of organized crime wasn't in ethnic clans, but in corporations. Not in turf wars, but market shares. Not in guns, but in ledger books. While running whiskey for Masseria, he was building his own network. Mansky handled the finances. Siegel provided the muscle. Lucania handled strategy and negotiations.
He knew how to talk to people. Every person is a deal. He built ties that surprised everyone. He worked with the Irish, the Jews, the Poles. Ethnic loyalty was a ceiling. He wanted to go higher. October 1929. The economy crashes. Panic on Wall Street. Fear on the streets. Lucania is 32. One of the most powerful men in the underworld. Unofficially, that's when he was kidnapped. Salvatore Lucania vanished for 24 hours. They found him on Staten Island. Beaten, slashed with a razor, dumped by the road. He survived. The scars remained for life, and his eye never fully recovered. Who did it remains unproven. A warning from those who didn't want it growing too fast. He returned. No complaints. No explanations. Since then, they called him Lucky. The nickname stuck because it was true. In this city, surviving is already luck.
The Castellammares War, 1930. It was a fight for the soul of the Mafia. On one side, Joe the boss, old, greedy, and refusing to change. On the other, Maranzano. He wanted to rule like a Roman Caesar. Lucania worked for Masseria, but he was already looking for an exit. April 15th, 1931. A seaside restaurant in Coney Island. A quiet lunch. They ate and played cards. Lucania waited for the perfect moment. He excused himself to the bathroom. Then the world exploded. 4 bullets. The old era died on a restaurant floor. Joe the boss was gone, found with an ace in his hand. I questioned him. He didn't flinch once. I was in the bathroom, he said. Maranzano became the boss of all bosses. But he was still an amateur. September 10th. 4 men entered his office, claiming to be tax agents. They left him with 4 bullets and 6 knife wounds. The Roman reign was over.
The night of Sicilian Vespers.
The old guard was purged, Lucania didn't take the throne. He abolished it. He created the commission. No more kings, only a board of directors. Crime became a corporation. We were hunting men with guns, while he was building a board of directors.
Thomas Edmund Dewey appeared in 1935, a 33-year-old special prosecutor. He was ambitious. He wanted to be governor. For that, he needed a loud victory. His team targeted the brothels. New York's red light districts were under his shadow. Witnesses were held in custody, officially for protection, in practice, to break them. I saw how this case was built. Dewey's methods worried me deeply. May 1936, the trial began. Lucania sat straight and remained silent. Dewey was brilliant. He turned legal facts into a drama for the jury. Lucania said nothing. His lawyers worked hard, but not hard enough. June 7th, 1936. Guilty on 62 counts, 30 to 50 years. They put the cuffs on. He didn't flinch. A stepping stone for a career. Destination, Clinton Correctional Facility, 4 North, in the cold of Dannemora. Dewey left the courtroom to applause. He was on his way to the top. I don't know if it was justice. I just know Dewey wanted to win. February 1942. The ocean liner Normandy catches fire at a Manhattan pier. The city panicked. Rumors of German saboteurs spread through every street. Naval Intelligence was desperate. They needed control over the docks. They made an uncomfortable choice. They turned to the Mafia for help. May 1942. Lucania was moved to Great Meadow Prison, closer to the city. He secured the docks. In exchange, he wanted his freedom back. His network watched every fisherman, every docker, and every stranger. Sabotage stopped. The ports became silent under his unseen shadow. January 1946. Governor Dewey signs the pardon for Salvatore Lucania. The same man who jailed him now set him free. One condition: immediate deportation, never to return to America.
February 9th, 1946. He boarded the Laura Keene. His American dream was over. He waved to the reporters. A quiet exit for a legendary boss. He left the country he built and corrupted. Officially gone. The state made a deal with the devil. I still can't explain it.
Genoa met him with gray February rain. He was a stranger in his own country. Havana, 1946. He tried to return. A house in Cuba, old partners, new deals. The Havana Conference, a meeting of the American bosses under the Cuban sun. Sinatra sang while they talked business. The door to America slammed shut. Naples, a city of fish, sea, and noise. He lived in a fine apartment on Via Tasso. The police watched him. He knew it. They knew he knew. Quiet game. He remained part of the structure. The system worked with him, yet with him. January 26th, 1962. Capodichino Airport. Waiting for a man from Hollywood.
His heart stopped between the waiting room and the gates. The final contract. He died waiting to tell his story. He wanted to write the ending himself. He closed the newspaper. 42 years. It was time to put the file away. It was a product of a system that didn't understand itself, just like me. He wanted to write his own ending. He didn't succeed. None of us do. Salvatore Lucania, 1897 to 1962. The man he built the corporate crime.